Okay, tonight I will be fixing a very easy chicken fried rice recipe. And I've done this 4 times in the last week and a half. And so I got her pretty much down packed. But I'm going to start off with a nice chicken breast from Fairway. And I take the full chicken breast. I don't know how they do that on TV. But anyway, I'm going to cut it lengthwise in half. And so you end up with 2 pieces. I already have one cut. Then I'm going to cut that into 3 strips. And I'll show you my chunks here. About 1/2 inch wide chunks. Just like that. And I'm going to put them in here in a bowl.
So for your recipe, Dan, how many chicken breasts do you use?
For this one, I use 2 skinless, boneless chicken breasts. I go to Fairway and I buy the chicken breasts what are doubled. And 1 minute. I clean the chicken dew off my fingers. I go to Fairway and I buy the double chicken breasts and use them and take off what little fat there is on them off. And so now with our chicken breasts, I'm going to take a tablespoon of soy sauce. And I just eyeball this. It's supposed to be a tablespoon. And a tablespoon of oyster sauce. And for some reason, I kept calling it clam sauce when I was at the store trying to find it. But I'm putting in a tablespoon of that. And then some cornstarch. Because chicken breasts dry out pretty easy by adding a tablespoon of cornstarch and a tablespoon of flour. That will help these from drying out as they cook. And then I mix that all up so they get all flavorful. And then they'll help with the browning of them also. And all it looks like is chicken with some goo. Okay, and then now, for the sauce I'm going to be using, I'm going to use some soy sauce. This is what will go on it later. And I forgot my amount. Oh, about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. I had to look at the label. And then this is what I'm going to pour on my fried rice when it's ready. And because the pan's hot and the rice is ready to suck up any liquid, I mix these together so you don't take a bite of one and it's just soy sauce. Take a bite of one and it's oyster sauce. So this way it's combined. And it seems to work out pretty good. And first of all, so the first step of cooking, and I stole my daughter's wok and she hasn't even noticed it yet. Because her wok is a lot bigger than mine. So I'm going to crack up 3 eggs. I'm going to crack 3 eggs for the egg part of the fried rice. I transported them, so I got them wrapped up pretty good. Okay, there is that. So now, should have grabbed a fork, but a spoon works. Okay, I'm gonna whisk them up a little bit. Eggs cook better in butter than in oil, I think. So I'm gonna throw in a teaspoon or so of butter in my wok. Let that melt a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna scramble up these eggs.
You had that pan preheated?
Yes, the pan was preheated, and I put in a tablespoon of butter. And now I'm just gonna cook these eggs real fast. And this is the, get me another little glass bowl, honey. A little one. And you don't really have to cook these that much through because they'll finish cooking when you get them in the ice. And I just got them like that. And so they look very, very yummy. So I'll put it back over the heat. I'll set this there. I'll set that there. Oh, and my peas, I got frozen peas and carrots to make life easy. Instead of cutting them, you want to put that in the microwave for 4 minutes. And I'm going to nuke them for 4 minutes. And I'm going to add some sesame seed oil here to the wok, about a tablespoon of sesame seed oil. And now I am going to put the chicken in. Here you go, honey. Put that in the liquid. And this should take about 3 minutes to cook, or 4 minutes. Any questions so far?
Nope, sounds good.
Sounds good, they say. Woohoo!
Maybe a little longer.
Dan, would you have to cook this in a wok or could you use another pan?
No, actually, when I'm at home, when Elizabeth's walking at home, I got a bigger pan with about a 4-inch side on it. And the pan's about that big around, and that's what I use at home. And so, yeah, you don't have to have a wok. It just looks more authentic.
Dan is cooking on an electric stove tonight. He said that's not what he's used to all the time. So.
Yeah. I'm used to a gas stove, and which oh yeah, and I forgot, but it's not too late. And I'm going to add some ginger. I buy this pre-cut up. I'm going to add a teaspoon of ginger.
And that's minced ginger, just like minced garlic.
Yes, and I like these containers. I used to dice them up myself. And my daughter, she came back from college and she had to show me the minced garlic and that. And so I quit dicing up garlic and ginger. Add that to it and give it a stir. Oh yeah, looking good. I'll give you a sneak preview, and while it's still cooking a little, another minute or two, and then I will start adding my other ingredients. Oh, the rice in the fridge. Yeah.
I knew you needed rice for fried rice.
Yeah. Okay. And I got everything. For the rice, we call this sticky rice. It's like the white rice you get at the restaurants. And I cooked this last night because it's better if you cook it the night before. Yeah, that will be perfect, son. Get it shut off on its own.
No.
Okay. Oh, the chicken is almost cooked. But also the chicken will continue cooking while I'm preparing the other things. And the onions I'm using, I call them table onions, green onions, but these are the ones I like to use for this particular recipe. And I have them already pre-cut. So I have to look at my order. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add my, I'm going to add another half a teaspoon of sesame seed oil. I push the chicken up on the sides of the wok. Add a couple of them. I'm going to add some of them are some Vidalia onions. I like onions.
Mm-hmm.
So I add more probably than what most people would. And Vidalias are the best.
Yes, they are.
I'm just going to heat them through a little. And I will have my lovely sous chef.
Another bowl.
Okay, now on the wok, I don't know if you can see that, but I pushed everything up off the side, up on the sides. Now I am going to add the sticky rice, what I pre-cooked. I forgot. A little more. Oh, this sesame seed oil is what adds all the flavor. Okay.
How much rice would you say that is, Dan?
I'm going to do 2.5 cups because I cooked 2.5 cups worth. And so you really don't have to stick to any particular quantity. You can really add whatever you would like. And now that soy sauce and oyster sauce, what we mixed up before, I'm going to add that to the rice. And then you almost immediately got to start mixing it up, or else it'll just stick to the pan and it won't color the rice very good. And then if you would like it a little darker in color, you can always add more soy sauce to it. And this is low sodium. Oh, about another tablespoon of soy sauce. Yep, I'll take them peas and carrots. My assistant here. And okay, I just added my peas and carrots. And I'm going to add my egg, what we cooked up. Dice that egg all up in little itty bitty pieces. Oh yeah.
It smells good.
I think my son would like this.
Oh, yeah, this is actually you could prep everything the night before if you knew you were going to be short on supper time. And it'll, because it only takes 10 minutes to cook.
Yeah.
And so now we will get us a plate. I'm going to shut this off so I don't burn nothing. We have our fine china tonight, folks.
Nothing but the best.
Nothing but the best. That's right. And so now, this is the best part. We get to eat it and enjoy. And so, there's that.
There's dinner.
And so then, keep some of them onion tops, the green parts, to add a little color to the top. I'm not as fancy as them chefs on TV. Oh.
Dan really likes onions.
Yes. And
Onions are good for you.
Yes. So there is the final product.
Looks good.
Yes, it does.
And Rick, you should have been here working. You could have tasted it.
I'll be right over.
Oh. And oh yeah, that flavor is awesome. So that is my part of the, oh, and I brought this, I forgot about it, but I have a secret connection for real wild rice. It's taken out of Lizzie Lake in Walker, Minnesota. And I cooked up wild rice, and I could have threw that in it also to add another flavor. And so other than that, that is all that I have tonight. Is there any questions?
Will the recipe be online?
Yes, it will.
I'll post it in the description of the video.
Yep, and it'll be online when they post it. But just to make life easy again, you know, buy this minced garlic, the minced ginger.
Yep.
And other than that, that's all there really is.
Sounds easy enough.
Yes. And there's really not that many ingredients. And for 10 minutes of work, you got, oh, a yummy, yummy supper or dinner. When I was growing up, we called lunch dinner and supper supper.
So Lizzie's getting her stuff ready here, a little behind the scenes action, but we're almost ready for her. She's got a nice pairing with this.
Yes.
Unplanned.
And this was totally unplanned, what Elizabeth was making versus what I'm making. Just a little communication gap, but actually I think it's kind of cool. So here is,
something.
Here is
Where
Miss.
are you again?
Here is Miss Lizzie with her meal.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, no, it was definitely no communication at all, but it worked out because they go hand in hand. So tonight I'm making pot stickers. It's a super easy dinner, and it's actually one of my favorites right now. So for the pot stickers, I just buy mine frozen. You can buy pork, you can buy chicken. I eat more chicken than I do pork, so I personally go ahead and buy chicken pot stickers. Or if you are like super creative and want to make your own, go for it. I just use the chicken pot stickers. I just went ahead and cooked the whole bag because either I'll eat the whole bag or it'll all be gone within the same night regardless. I went ahead and I already boiled the pot stickers. Since they were frozen, I boiled my water and then threw them in the water for about 12 to 15 minutes, closer on the 15-minute side, but whatever you prefer for tenderness. So kind of like when you cook noodles. For ingredients for the sauce tonight, I'm using soy sauce. I'm using a chili onion crunch mixture. I also have listed what's in the mixture itself since you can only get this in select places. And then I'm using good old honey just because I have a very sensitive stomach to spice and this can get spicy. So I balance it out with some honey. So for the sauce itself, I take about 2/3 of soy sauce, or you can measure with your heart, but I'm going to be professional tonight and actually measure it out since I never measure anything out on this show. You can use a measuring cup just to save yourself dishes, which is probably what I should have done because I don't like to do dishes. So after that, I'll take my chili onion crunch. This is just made up of red pepper flakes, garlic, paprika, sea salt. My timer's going off again. Got it. Again, I have the ingredients listed on, that'll go on the website for how to make this at home. Super duper simple. I just like the pre-made thing better. And I need to use it all up anyways. So just go ahead and give that a stir. It does pack a punch, but I usually like to do about 2 tablespoons of it. I'm just going to use this spoon itself. So I just like to use about 2 tablespoons of it. Again, measure with your heart. If you like it extra spicy, use more. Since I'm using a full bag, I doubled what I usually do for half the recipe. Let's go ahead and give that all a stir in the soy sauce. I don't add salt to this dish because soy sauce is naturally salty enough as it is. I think my honey is opened. Okay, that's cool. For honey, I use about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Again, I'm a wimp when it comes to spice, even though I eat spicy things like this. So I would say that's about a tablespoon right there. So I kind of just start with that and go from there. Yeah, when I say I'm a wimp to spice, I mean like honey barbecue burns my mouth. So I'm pretty pathetic, but it's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. So from there, I'm going to actually, just to demonstrate a little bit. I usually just take the mixture and I pour it right into the pot that I cook the pot stickers in, just so it warms the sauce since the pot stickers are piping hot. But to go ahead and kind of give you guys an idea, I will pour them in here. I don't drop them all. Pot stickers warmed up or boiled just kind of look like big globs of glue. They aren't very appealing to the eye. So then from there, I just mix my mixture and I just pour it over them. Again, measure with your heart with ingredients. Since I'm using a full pack, I just chose to double it. So usually I would just do 1/3 cup of soy sauce, like still 1 to 2 tablespoons of the chili onion crunch. And then again, measure with your heart with honey because if you're like me, if you're like me, you can't take spice well. Yeah, so you just kind of like stir them around. And obviously with the soy sauce being like runny, it's not going to stick well. You could always add like cornstarch or flour to thicken it up a little bit. But I think just letting them sit in the sauce for a moment really does them well. And I eat mine in a bowl, so you can kind of like get the sauce with it when you eat them. Again, like a 20-minute dinner if you're packed for time or you don't feel like cooking, but you know you don't want to eat out. So it's always nice to have all of these ingredients on hand.
What's inside those then? Is it just chicken?
It's chicken.
That's the same question.
Chicken and vegetables. That's what the thing says. So I would assume just like your typical.
And you just find them in the
onions.
frozen section of the
Yeah.
grocery store.
Yeah, you can get the frozen pot stickers anywhere, or like I said, you can make your own and then attempt the sauce on your own too. It's just easier for me to buy them because I don't know how to make pot stickers. That'd be cool one day though. So yeah, so you just kind of like mix them all up. I definitely did not mean to mix it that much, but you have them in the bowl and obviously you can see all the liquid. So then to just kind of dish them out. They're very slimy. They look like little globs of goo.
Yummy.
But they're so good. They're just so. Yeah, so then you have the
Here we go.
light focus. There we go. So you can kind of see the chili flakes and the garlic up on them.
Mm-hmm.
Just discolors them a little bit from the soy sauce, but they look absolutely delicious, but they taste better than they look. So this is the type of meal where my eyes suddenly become bigger than my stomach because tasty. Other than that, that's all I have.